Let me share with you some Kendo tips for better and stronger Fumikomi. A lot of times when we're trying to learn Fumikomi, we're trying to improve our Fumikomi, we tend to focus a lot on making a loud sound. If you want to learn Fumikomi or want to fix your Fumikomi, I think the first thing to do is understand how the foot should land. And the main thing to keep in mind is you want to keep your foot relaxed as it's landing, and you want to land in pretty much the middle of the foot. The sound comes pretty much from the shape of your foot, just kind of clapping. The focus shouldn't be to push down on the ground, but rather to pull you forward, just as if it was a regular step. It's very important that you understand how it feels and sounds like when you have good impact on the floor. Now here's a little drill that I do to help me understand that before going to the dojo or before my practice. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make sure that I'm landing with the right part of my foot and my foot is relaxed as it's landing down. When you're practicing Fumikomi, you want to avoid locking your knee because it's going to cause you to land with your heel, and you want to at all costs avoid putting down the weight on the forward leg. And it just makes it harder for me to bring my body forward and bring my leg forward. There are a couple of things that I forgot to mention here, and one of them being that when you're practicing moving your foot forward, your Fumikomi foot, you want to try to keep your foot as parallel to the floor as possible and as close to the ground as possible. Of course, it happens sometimes where you bring your leg too high or you start showing the bottom of your foot forward, but you want to try to keep this to a minimum. Now, the second one, I actually got it from this book right here, and it's how Fumikomi should feel. Actually, let me see if I can give you a quick little example here. Sorry for the mess. I just came from a trip, so I'm sorry. Okay. Don't mind them either, so sorry. So the feel of Fumikomi, I think, should be a lot like stepping up. And if you notice here what I'm doing, I'm pushing myself with my back leg, and then I am continuing the momentum with my forward leg. Instead of landing down my weight and then fixing my body with my forward leg, I'm actually using my back leg to move me forward and then my right leg to keep the momentum going. And when you do it in a flat foot, it should be the same. So another way to think about it is that you're bringing your foot down rather than landing on the foot. Right? Does that make sense? Landing on the foot, bringing my foot down. And of course, try to keep it under your body as much as possible rather than landing forward and then using the leg to move you forward. I hope that makes sense. So if you have any questions or if you have a better way of explaining it, please leave it down in the comments. Now, let me take you back to the video. Very important is that you want to avoid landing the Fumikomi ahead of yourself. You want to land it under your body. If you do this, it helps you keep the momentum going, and it just makes it a lot easier to just put a lot of energy into your impact. That's because if you do that, you end up getting better posture and your whole body's coming in. The purpose of Fumikomi should be to keep the momentum going rather than just to get a loud sound, and just by hitting down, it's not gonna get you a better impact. Now here's a couple of examples of a bad landing or a bad sound on your Fumikomi. When I'm practicing the correct way of landing my Fumikomi, I try to make sure to keep my weight on my back leg. Other things, you want to make sure that you land relaxed and you try to get this form in not the longest reach you have, but instead try to make it as compact as possible. If you want to improve your reach, make sure you do it little by little and you do it with good form and energy, especially the longer you go. Of course, when you do Fumikomi, you want to keep in mind that you have to bring that back leg forward. Your body wants to be straight. So here's another drill that I got in order to try to help you get a better follow through after your Fumikomi. Now in this drill, again, I'm trying to move my body forward and land my Fumikomi under my body. Now my Fumikomi lands under my body not because I'm cutting my Fumikomi short, but instead because my body is coming in and catching up with my foot. Some of the things you want to keep in mind here is that you want to engage your back leg and you want to move from your hips and try to keep your body straight as it goes. And again, don't try to go the farther you can, but instead try to keep it control, good form, and then start adding energy. Even in the shorter steps, that's very important. Being able to do a good Fumikomi with a short distance. If you have a cool drill or you have a different approach or different ways of doing this, please let me know down in the comments. I'll be very interested to discuss those with you and try to maybe steal some of those for myself. As I mentioned, you want to make sure that your body catches up with your forward leg, with your Fumikomi, and that's the work of the back leg and the Fumikiri. So to try to understand a little bit better how the right and left leg work together, you might want to watch this video right here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when I post these videos. It will really help. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and leave me a comment if you think I forgot something, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, or anything you want to watch next. Thank you very much for watching, and please share this with someone you want the kendo to improve.